Welcome back to the show, everyone. Elvis and Electras are in the house with Band X. I welcome Bill Hemberger and James Kruk.
How you
Elvis to the show. Hi, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm great.
Can
How are
you sing some Elvis tunes for us?
You know, I can't say that I know any of them, but I'm
All
sure
right.
somebody else will do that for us.
He will.
He will. Well, we'll get a video clip of him performing in just a little bit, but I'd like to get a little bit of information about Band X Live Music Club.
Sherry Showalter and I started this a couple of years ago to help promote Band X within the village. And we just decided about a year ago, let's start bringing in some other acts, like we've done a couple times this year, jazz on Sunday afternoons with Moki Lund. And then she saw Elvis and the Electras. She said, oh, that would be cool here in the village. So that's how we got in touch with these guys. And it's a Las Vegas style show. I don't think people have ever seen anything like this show here in the village. It's really gonna be good. So that's we looked at that and said, yeah, let's do this. Let's bring in E.
Well, that's exciting. What do you think about this experience so far? I mean, just being in the village and the community, getting to know people in the area.
I've been hired solo to do different events at the village. So I've been to Laguna Woods probably over the years, maybe the last 8 years. So I know quite a few of the clubs. So hopefully they'll all come out and visit with me again. But I love it here. You know, it's always warm, gracious hospitality, and always a great crowd and enthusiastic, and they love to dance. So I love that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they're excited for your next performance, which is coming up at the PAC on November 8th.
Yeah, that's right.
Elvis and the Electras.
It's a highly unique show.
Well, what can you give us a sneak peek? What can audiences expect?
Exactly. Besides just being a straightforward Vegas era glitz and glam Elvis show, we have 3 extremely talented female singers that will do backup singing, but it's like the equivalent of having, a diva like, Dolly Parton or Aretha Franklin singing with you, but they're singing backup. So you get a more immersive Elvis experience, like you would be seeing him, because he had the Sweet Inspirations, which were 3 very talented women. One of them happened to be Whitney Houston's mom, sang for Elvis. She had to stop going on tour when little baby Whitney was born, 1972. Anyway, it's just bigger, better, and for the gentlemen, not only are these women talented, they're also gorgeous. So it's not like, so the guys might feel awkward with I'm gyrating on there, but now they have a reason to be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go see Elvis, honey. You
got a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah, and I think that's what when we built this show, and you also, each one of them has an opportunity. They're going to have a star turn and show to kind of juxtapose in a nice way, a kind of competition against the machismo Elvis of the 70s versus...
Is it like a battle of the bands?
A little bit, but it's all kind of...
In fun.
Well, why don't we take a look? Let's watch our video clip and we'll find out.
All right.
Said I'm going away find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry, baby. I've been so lonely, baby, incredibly lonely. I've been so lonely, I died.
Wow, that was incredible to watch. Lots of visuals
Oh, yeah.
in that production.
And when you come to the end of the show, you'll be able to sing Elvis tunes.
Is that right?
That's right. You'll at least know one or two.
That probably jogged my memory a little bit.
Of course, it definitely will.
Absolutely. I mean, his songs stand the test of times, right?
Certainly. I mean,
Yeah.
well, just I can make a living performing as Elvis, and not a lot of artists do
Have that
keep going. You know,
longevity.
Elvis and Marilyn, but you'd be hard pressed to beat John Wayne with this younger generation. They wouldn't know who someone like that was. You know,
That's true.
But you know, I do a lot of also events with other impersonators, and it's interesting to see who's hangs in there, like Lucy and Marilyn and Elvis.
Interesting. Yeah. That was sort of the golden age, wasn't
Kind of,
it?
I think so. I think also if you have an iconic look, it's
True.
easier to hang in there. Like
Absolutely.
Marilyn, obviously, you know, the big blonde
Elvis.
hair, Elvis,
Yes.
the pompadour, and
Yes,
lids.
very much so. How did you first come to know this character within that
Oh.
you have?
Well, I liked the style first. Like I didn't grow up listening to Elvis. I'm a little too young. But
You started with the Monkees.
I kind of like the Monkees was my first love as a band, but I was just a performer as like an entertainer, and I luckily, real quick, I happened to be sitting next to, watching a play, sitting next to what happened to be the casting director, and I used to I had the sideburns in my regular life, I had nice hair, and she kept staring at me, and it turned out I was watching this play that had Elvis in the play, and she said, "Hey, we ought to replace Elvis. Are you an actor by any chance?" So this all happened, synchronicity. It was just,
Interesting. What age
and I got the
were you
part.
then?
This was in 1998, so a while ago. But I had auditioned for the author of this play, which was Steve Martin, was a comedian, and you know, in the 90s he was still hugely famous, but they flew me down from San Francisco, and they're like, "Oh, you have to meet the playwright." And I auditioned for him, was nervous as heck, but he was super nice, and I played Elvis for 2 years, and that's how I kind of built up the character. I had to do it right away because it was this national tour, so I had to
Was
become
it
Elvis.
difficult to learn the movements and the songs and the combination, and you know, because it's a whole package?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd say the songs are the hardest, and you have to practice. Well, I practice almost every day,
you?
before every show. When I'm driving, I do a lot with backing tracks. I'll sing along with them on the way there, just so I know the flow, and I think that's why I stay working, is because I don't ever take it lightly, and I practice. I think practice, kids.
You have to.
You know,
No,
if you're
that's
a
right.
musician, you have to keep
Have to practice.
alive and keep
Especially if
moving
you're-
forward, even if you're doing the same thing over and over, and you have to make it alive
If
every
you're
time.
playing all the time, you have to practice, because you'll get up on stage and, oh, I forgot to practice. Feel it. It's like, oops.
Is that
Yeah, you feel
right?
uneasy.
Yeah, you
Really?
have to.
A little
Really?
bit, yeah.
So even though you can probably do this in your sleep,
Correct.
and you know every word by heart, you know every note, every
Still mess 'em up,
movement.
though.
Still mess up.
As a drummer, I have to just keep loose, because I'll start to play, and we get into songs, and I didn't practice this week, just because your body can't move. The older you get, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, you have to practice, like you said. And the serious players always practice.
How long
So-
do you think you're going to continue this? Because this is truly something that you can stay with,
I mean, I
hold on to for years.
A few
to
years
come.
ago, I was like, well, I'm done. But I always say another 5 years, as long as the phone keeps ringing, and God bless it, it
And you're still
keeps
having fun
ringing.
with
So,
it.
I mean, I've branched out. I do Johnny Cash too now, but Elvis is still more popular.
Bill, are you going to bring Johnny Cash in soon?
Maybe
I
one
don't know.
day.
We'll look at that. We'll look at that. You got a band behind Johnny
I
Cash,
do.
too?
I
Right,
do.
cool. Yes.
So you could just book him for a year and he can
All
come
right.
as a
Well,
different
I mean,
person
that's
every
what I'm
month.
saying. You keep another
We-
product out there, and it kept me interested in music.
You got any Elton John in you?
No, he plays piano too
Piano.
well for me.
But that's what we did with the Band X, the live music club. Is we started to look at these different. We started with jazz, and we saw Elvis and the Electras. Now we know about Johnny Cash.
Well, there you go.
All right.
But I mean, we're gonna say. I mean, really, November 8th. It's gonna be really. I mean, it's big, exciting
Yeah.
Yes.
show.
Yes.
Really exciting,
Yes.
fun.
No, I'm sure it'll be a sold out performance. You're probably going to have to come back for an encore performance.
I will. Or
Didn't they?
come back for Band
you
X.
did that with Moki Lund, right? She came back 2 or 3
She
times.
keeps coming back, and well, there's just more performances coming up with Moki.
I know.
Well, get ready. All right, let's give our viewers the details one more time. Elvis and the Electras performing Saturday, November 8th. Doors open at 7 p.m. Tell us about the bars, food, drink.
Well, normally at the pack, there's the bars in the front, and it's a performance, so there's not going to be food really. It's just
Okay.
more of it's like you're going to a play.
So
you're
come
going
after
to a
dinner?
show. Yes, come after dinner.
Or we'll,
Okay.
we'll all get dinner after if
Yeah,
you don't.
well,
eat.
yeah.
There's that too.
Yeah.
All right, you two, you're having too much fun. James Crook,
We are.
Elvis, Bill, thank
Rock
you
and
for
roll.
joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you very
Enjoy
much.
your event.
You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise. Oh. Although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry.